Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered why one month it feels like everyone's out shopping, restaurants are packed, and new businesses are popping up everywhere, and the next, it feels like everything's gone quiet? You see more for lease signs, and people seem to be holding onto their money a little tighter. It's not just random chance. A huge piece of this puzzle, one that affects everything from your local coffee shop to the biggest companies in the world, is something you hear on the news all the time: the employment figures. You might think, okay, the unemployment rate ... that's just a number. Right. What does it really have to do with me, especially if I have a job? Well, it has everything to do with you, me, and the entire economy. Think of the economy as an engine. For that engine to run smoothly and powerfully, it needs fuel. And a massive part of that fuel is consumer spending. That's us, buying groceries, getting our cars fixed, going to the movies, and planning vacations. When we spend money, businesses earn revenue. They use that revenue to pay their employees, buy more supplies, and maybe even expand. It's a cycle, and it's what keeps the economic engine humming. Now, where do employment numbers fit into this? It's simple, really. When more people have jobs, more people have a steady paycheck. That's the most direct link. A higher employment rate means more households have disposable income. That's the money left over after paying for essentials like rent and bills. And what do people do with disposable income? They spend it. They might finally buy that new couch they've been eyeing. Or, they'll start eating out once a week instead of once a month. This is what we call consumer confidence. When people feel secure in their jobs and see that others are also employed, they feel more confident about the future. They're less worried about a sudden loss of income, so they're more willing to open their wallets for things they want, not just things they need. This boost in spending sends a powerful positive signal throughout the economy. Retailers see their sales go up, so they order more products from manufacturers. Service industries, like tourism and hospitality, see a surge in customers. It creates a ripple effect of growth. On the flip side, what happens when employment figures start to look grim? When the unemployment rate goes up, the whole atmosphere changes. Even if you still have your job, you might hear about friends or family being laid off. You see news reports about companies downsizing. This creates a sense of uncertainty and fear. That feeling, that lack of confidence, is a major brake on the economic engine. People start to worry. What if I'm next? I'd better save my money just in case. So, they cut back. The vacation gets postponed. The new phone can wait. People start cooking at home more and eating out less. This is called precautionary saving. It's a perfectly rational response from an individual's perspective, but when millions of people do it at the same time, it can suck the life out of the economy. Consumer spending accounts for a huge portion of economic activity. In many developed countries, it's over 2/3 of the entire economy. So, when this massive driver slows down, businesses feel it immediately. Their sales drop. They might be forced to offer deep discounts, which hurts their profit margins. If things get bad enough, they have to start making cuts themselves. They might freeze hiring, reduce employee hours, or, in the worst-case scenario, start laying people off. And what does that do? It pushes the unemployment rate even higher, which further spooks consumers, who then spend even less. You can see how this can quickly turn into a downward spiral. This is why economists and investors watch those monthly jobs reports like a hawk. They're not just abstract statistics. They are a real-time indicator of the health of the consumer and, by extension, the entire economy. Let's dig a little deeper. It's not just about the headline unemployment number. The reports also tell us about other crucial details. For example, wage growth. Are people's paychecks getting bigger? If wages are growing faster than inflation, it means people have more real purchasing power. Their money goes further, which is a huge incentive to spend. If wages are stagnant or falling behind inflation, People feel like they're running just to stay in place, and they're less likely to increase their spending. Another key metric is the labor force participation rate. This tells us what percentage of the working age population is either employed or actively looking for a job. A rising participation rate can be a sign of optimism, as it suggests people who are on the sidelines are now confident enough to re-enter the job market. So, how can you use this information? Well, if you're an investor, these numbers are critical. Strong employment data often leads to a rise in the stock market, especially for companies in the consumer discretionary sector. Think cars, luxury goods, and travel. Weak data can have the opposite effect. If you're a business owner, these reports can help you forecast demand. If you see strong employment trends, maybe it's a good time to stock up on inventory or run a marketing campaign. If the trends are weak, you might want to be more cautious with your spending. And even as a consumer, understanding this relationship helps you make sense of the world. You'll understand why prices are changing, why some businesses are thriving while others are struggling, and you'll have a much better grasp of the economic headlines you see every day. The connection is undeniable. A working population is a spending population. The security of a job directly fuels the confidence to spend, and that spending is the lifeblood of our modern economy. So, the next time you hear the latest jobs report on the news, remember, it's not just a number. It's a story about our collective financial health, our confidence in the future, and the intricate dance between our paychecks and the cash registers that keep the world turning. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of how these big economic ideas connect directly to our daily lives. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next one.